Iron Maiden, Revelations. This is the guitar solo CVT lesson for Mike. And let's jump right in. So, here's where we're starting. It's a pre-bend release on 7G. So, what we want to do is back that with a couple fingers. We're going to bend it a whole step. So it's our 2 fret bend. And then release it. This comes in, by the way, at 424. And then 7, pull off to 5, 7G vibrato, rest, slide. In other words, a lot of words for 3 notes. So we have. Okay, and then this continues on with 5, 8 on the B. This is a hammer-on. Down pick, up on 5E. And there's a jump we have to get ready for too, so right there. Down on 7E. So when you pick the 7E, you're going to go. So you're going to hammer, pull to 8, back to 7. And then 10B. Fingering, although I wrote it for pretty much every single note in here. Well, you're one of my students on Skype. You know how it works. I mean, we adjust our fingers accordingly. So that would be, and you already understand the subgrouping concept. That's a good one. But you could go pinky there. I'm using 3rd, because I think that's what they're using. And then 8B, it's going to be a quick trill. 10, 8, 10, 8. Well, 8, 10, 8, 10, 8, slide to 7. And there's another segment of that going on from after you slide. So you got slide, 8, 7, 8, 7, slide to 5. So it's the same concept, you know, if you think of a subgroup, that's already there. Okay, then from there, you're going to go 7G twice, bend, release, pull off to 5, 7D. So that little subgroup. Rest, and slide up to around 14. You'll see that notated in parentheses. It's the concept of the slide, not so much where that ends. It gives you an idea when I put it in the parentheses. At 429, our next riff comes in, and that's. And that's going to be 15E, 12, 15, 12, pick, hammer, pull. 15B, you're going to bend, hold, release, pull off to 13. So 14G, and slide that over to around the 9th fret. 432 is our next riff. Did I mention that was 429? That's riff 429, or timestamp 429. Timestamp 432. Some of these, Mike, are like 3 seconds at a time. If there's a bunch of notes, I tried to, crunch them in closer for you. Around fret 12 on the G, 3rd finger, slide to 14. And then this might be a little tricky, and mainly because the fingering, you kind of do want to follow this fingering. Actually, you do want to for sure. After you get to 14, we're going to go middle 13B. We're going to pick, hammer 15, pull to 13, and pull to 12. So you end up with this 1, 2, 4 finger layout. But we're picking them where the middle finger is first. So we have. And then down on 14G. And there's more. Up on 13B, hammer 15, pull 13, pull 12, hammer 13, pull 12. So that would go. Be aware of muting above and below strings. Or if we backed up to the beginning of that timestamp. 14G bend, release, pull off to 12, 14G, rest, and slide that off, the trail off slide. 435 is our next one, and this is from around fret 14 on the D, third finger slide to 19. So up there, 17, 20, B, bend the 20, so we have, once you get to the bend, drop the pinky underneath to 20E, and do that 20 bend again, and the pinky, so it's 2 times. And then 2 bends on the 20, vibrato. Make sure you're not going, so it's stop, come back, vibrato. Timestamp 437 is upstroke on 17E, and this is the A minor pentatonic, so, and we're in standard tuning. So we were just talking about this pick direction thing in your lesson the other day. Up on 17, down on 20B, pull off to 17. It's in there quick. I mean, you almost can't hear it. It's in there that quick. 20 on the high E, we're going to do a bend twice. And then 20, 17E, 20B, bend, vibrato. So. Timestamp 440, third finger approximately 17B, sliding to 20. Up on 17E, down on 20E, pull off to 17. So that's 20B down, 17E up, 20B down, bend, vibrato. So let's do all that so you can hear it in context. You want to switch between the pickups. Maiden did that a lot. If it's thicker sounding, go to your neck. If it's more trebly, then it's bridge. Okay, there's a continuation still within this of 17E, and then 20 pull off to 17 twice on the B. So you got 19, 17, 19, GBG. So again. Pick the 19 again, bend, release. (17, 19 G), 17 hammer 19 on the D, and then pick, rest, and then 2 more hits. So that is 443 timestamp is some double stops, all in this A minor spot. Really cool. So we're barring 17 GB, 19 D, and then right back to the barred 17s, barred 19s, barred 19s, half step bend. And then 19 to 17, quarter step bend. 19 D, vibrato, trail off slide. 446 is, I think they switched guitar players here. This might be Adrian, I can't remember. You're going to do just a trill of 5 7s. It's like 7 times, but I don't think I would necessarily count them. I'd just go for it, you know? That concept. So, Pentharmonic 7G, release, pull off to 5. Then 7, pull off to 5 on the G, 7D vibrato. So, timestamp 448, a double stop on 5 GB. That's it. So I would bend that down, Mike. Keep the thumb up here as an anchor. So, and then pull off 7 to 5 on the D. Then we move to page 3, and we got 7, 6, 5, 3. That's all on the A string. Use your index for the 5 and the 3. So 5E vibrato, slide to 17 and back down. Timestamp 4:52. Some double hammers. I love stuff like this. It's open 5/7 on the A, D, and the G. So slow. Well, let me give you more of the riff. No pinch though. But if you get it on one string, which you will, do it on the D, the G, back to the D, back to the A, and back to the D. Quarter step bend. Yeah, it's a quarter or half. That's a cool little riff. And then 4:54 timestamp. We're going to bend it a half step. There it is. Now that is a blues riff. 5G is actually one of my favorite riffs in here. Real short. Half step, 7G, 5B, 5G, knuckle shift up, so. And then 7D vibrato. And use the index as a shift. Five on the D with the first finger. This part's cool too. And it's just a little filler in between. It's not even a highlighted part, but it goes 5 slide to 7, and then 9G. So the 5D slides to the 7. Then we pick the 9G. After that, it's another concept similar to that. 7D, slide to 10. Or wait. Yeah, slide to 10 and then 12G. So. And then from the 10, slide to 14. And then go to 17G. So it's like a 3-note concept. Okay, our next one is timestamp 4:57. It's 19G, third finger. We're going to bend. Back it with a couple fingers. And then 20B with the pinky twice. Pre-bend release, 19G. So. Or 17 hammer, 19G. And then middle finger, 19D twice, vibrato slide. So. Timestamp, 5 minutes. Middle finger, 17G. We're going to slide that to 19. Up on 17B. And I missed it. There it is. Down on 20B twice. And then bend. So. Up on 17E. And then pull off 2017 on the B. And that's a downstroke to get that going. So. Bend the 20B. 17E, 20B, bend, vibrato. So. Right? Muting around those strings. Might pay close attention to that. Or we'll get some unwanted string noise. Timestamp 5:02 is. Yeah, this is a cool one. This is 4 times of going 20B bend, silence that to where it doesn't release, and then go down up on 17E and do it 4 times. So. But he's just going 4 times. When you come off that bend off the B, lay your index on the high E, 17 to where it's touching that B so it'll drop onto it. Okay, and then I think there's one more riff we got to do. Yes, this is at 5:03, the infamous Maiden riff. pick the 20B or 20E, pull off to 17, and I'm using third and first finger. Do it again, but go 19, pull off to 17 with the middle and index. Down on 20B, up on 17E. Definitely follow the pick pattern on this. So we're going to go down, pull, up, times 4. So chop into it, chop up. So the pick pattern is like, stuff like that will help just the pick hand. If you want to exclude this part, just to make sure this part's happening right. So, right? Also, the index is touching the B there, because we know we have to grab the 20B. We don't want, when we take that finger off, to get an accidental pull off and then hear an open like this. So make sure you're touching that. And then 20 high E, bend vibrato. And there you go, Mike. I really want to emphasize the muting off the fret hand fingers around a lot of these, particularly the faster ones. When we're going slower, we can make adjustments easier, but when we're trying to do something at a faster speed, that's when those little unwanted noises come in and we get a lot of slop going. So you know what I'm saying. I think you'll be fine with it. Just approach it that way. Try to see how fast you can go with it, and then pull it back, and then bring it back up, you know, and you'll hear where it's clean and where it's not. So, all right, if you have questions, let me know.